In the rolling green hills of the Rhondda Valley, where the air hums with the echoes of coal mines and community choirs, a young boy named Ian Watkins grew up in the 1980s. Back then, the world felt like a patchwork of grey conformity, especially for a kid who felt different. Ian, with his bright eyes and boundless energy, loved to sing and dance, but the whispers of odd and other followed him like shadows. Schoolyards could be cruel, and bullies made sure he knew he didn't quite fit their mold. Yet, deep inside, Ian held onto a spark, a belief that being different was something special, even if the world wasn't ready to see it. Fast forward to 2025, and that same Ian, now known to the world as Ian H Watkins of the pop sensation Steps, is no longer hiding. He's a father of twin boys, a trailblazer, and the author of a vibrant children's book called Pride and the Rainbow Warriors. This isn't just any book, it's a love letter to his younger self, a beacon for kids who feel like they don't belong, and a bold statement in a world that still has its share of shadows. The book follows the Rainbow Warriors, a group of colorful characters who teach readers about the history, heart, and power of pride. It's a celebration of the LGBTQ+ community, a reminder that being different is a superpower, and a call to stand tall in the face of adversity. But this story isn't just about a book. It's about a clash of voices in a world where words can wound or heal. Ian, now 48, has stepped into a storm, taking aim at one of the most powerful figures in literature, JK Rowling. The Harry Potter author, whose stories once enchanted millions with tales of acceptance and courage, has become a polarizing figure. For years, Rowling has been vocal about her views on transgender issues, consistently referring to transgender women as men and doubling down after a 2025 Supreme Court ruling in the UK that defined women in the Equality Act as biological women. To many, her words feel like a betrayal of the inclusive magic she once wove. To others, she's a defender of hard truths. But to Ian, her stance is a direct challenge to the existence of the community he holds dear. In an exclusive interview with Mail Online, Ian didn't hold back. Sitting in a cozy cafe, his voice crackled with passion as he spoke about the LGBTQ+ community being under attack. He leaned forward, his eyes fierce yet warm, and said, "There are a minority, very powerful people making decisions that the majority do not agree with." When asked what he'd say to those like Rowling, who use their platforms to push against progressive views, Ian's response was electric. "I would say, how dare you? How dare you challenge my existence? Queer people have always been here, we are here, and we always will be here. So how dare you make me feel like a second-rate citizen?" His words weren't just a rebuttal, they were a battle cry. Ian doesn't want mere acceptance, he demands respect. "I don't want to be tolerated like some bad smell," he quipped, a wry smile breaking through. "I want to be celebrated, just like anyone else." He spoke of the human cost behind the headlines, the real people hurt by debates that feel like political games to those wielding the megaphones. "There's actual human beings involved," he said, his voice softening. "At the end of the day, the bottom line is just be kind." Ian's book, Pride and the Rainbow Warriors, is his way of fighting back, not with anger, but with joy. It's a story born from pain but crafted with love. Growing up, Ian spent days out of school, hiding from the bullies who made him feel small. He wished for a book like this one, something to tell him he wasn't alone, that his differences were his strength. Now, as a father to Maxen and Saibai, his twin sons born via surrogate in 2016, he's determined to make sure his boys, and all kids, grow up in a world that celebrates them. "This book is a big middle finger to the bigots," he told The Mirror, his Welsh lilt carrying a defiant edge. The timing of Ian's book couldn't be more poignant. The world is a battleground of ideas, with figures like Rowling, Stephen Fry, and even Harry Potter stars like Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson weighing in on trans rights. Fry, who narrated the Potter audiobooks, recently called Rowling radicalized and at lost cause, while Radcliffe and Watson have long supported the trans community, creating a rift with the author who shaped their careers. Ian's voice cuts through this noise, not with academic arguments but with raw, lived experience. He's been the kid who felt different, the pop star who came out in 2007 when it wasn't easy, and the dad who faces homophobic trolls even today. As he promotes Pride and the Rainbow Warriors, Ian is also teaching in schools, sharing stories of diversity and resilience. He's not just writing a book, he's building a legacy. The Rainbow Warriors aren't just characters on a page, they're a symbol of a community that refuses to be silenced. Ian's story is one of courage, of turning pain into power, and of daring to demand a world where everyone can shine. In the Rhondda Valley of his childhood, Ian once dreamed of a day when he could be himself without fear. Today, he's not just living that dream, he's fighting to make it real for others. And with every copy of Pride and the Rainbow Warriors that finds a reader, he's sending a message to the world: love is louder than hate, and the Rainbow Warriors are here to stay. Sources: Daily Mail, The Mirror, GB News.